Hi everyone, today's going to be the last haul of 2024. I cannot believe I'm saying that this year has flown by so quickly, but these are some fragrances that I have gotten recently and I have some thoughts on each and every one of them, so I'm excited to share with you that information in today's video. If this is your first time watching this channel, hello, my name is Anya. I love fragrances and I talk about them here Monday through Friday, 5 times a week, along with a ton of bonus content in between and additional content on TikTok and Instagram under the username ANECHKAFRAGRANCES. I also run a podcast called The Fragrance Report. We have new episodes go live every single Wednesday on Spotify, and I also publish the episodes in part on Fridays. So if you're interested, definitely do consider checking that out as well. So this is going to be quite like the rapid fire review video. I'm just going to be taking you through all these fragrances. To be honest, I like all of these fragrances. Yeah, not gonna lie, I like all of them. So you will likely be hearing more about these fragrances, especially as I start wearing them more and start incorporating them in other videos. But I do think we have quite a solid haul in today's video. This is going to be a mix of PR and fragrances that I purchased with my own money. So let's get into it. Okay, so first up, we have a fragrance by Commodity. This is called Gin, and this is from their Archives Remastered collection. This is actually an exclusive line only available in their in-store location. I had the pleasure of visiting Commodity's store in Soho when I was in New York City for Sun Explore, and they very graciously allowed me to choose whatever bottle I wanted. And to be honest, I tried quite a few fragrances. I think I tried every single one they had, and I was really surprised by how much I really loved their skin musk fragrances, because historically I've not been someone who enjoys skin musks that much, but I was really impressed. I really love their selection. They have some amazing options, but this really stole the show for me. So they have a selection of remastered archive fragrances, fragrances that have been redone, improved, reformulated, and this is only available in person in their store. I smelled this fragrance and I was absolutely floored by how good it smells. This is like a very realistic juniper gin scent. This smells like a very high-end gin. This smells amazing. I'm like spraying it all over because I'm about to go to brunch and I feel like this will be the perfect, like beautiful, refreshing, zesty scent. I think the original reviews on this fragrance said that this leaned a little bit too into the citrus. I get juniper berry. When I smell this, I get a lot of juniper berry. So the guy that runs the marketing, Bryson, was there and he very kindly showed me through everything, talked me through everything. It was a very lovely experience. And I remember speaking to him and I was like, you guys probably want me to get like the normal line, but he was like, you know what, just like get anything you want. And I was like, okay. Honestly, I really like this. And this really stole the show for me. I was so impressed by this fragrance. Even now when I'm like smelling my hair, like it smells like realistic gin. Like it smells so interesting. And I personally don't drink. So when I smell fragrances like this, I really appreciate like the different nuances of like the notes. Like I like fragrances that have like a little bit of like a boozy alcohol kind of smell, but I don't necessarily want to smell like straight up gin, but this is like a really beautiful take on juniper berry and it's so beautiful. I love it. I've been obsessed with this. I am looking forward to getting to know this fragrance more and more. Like I said, this was gifted to me, but I really do love it. I think it's really, really wonderful, and I'm happy to have this in the collection. And by the way, when I was at Sun Explore, there was so much going on. I filmed so much content, and I really do want to put out content related to Sun Explore for you guys because I filmed some vlogs. I mean, yeah, I filmed some vlogs, I filmed some new releases, but there's just been so much going on. I'm literally moving within the next few days, so I've literally just been nonstop since I got back. Barely had time to do anything. So I don't know if I'll be able to do as much content as I wanted to, but I'll see what I can do and like see if I can put out some new snippets on the new releases, just give you some information because yeah, there was a lot going on and there was a lot of new discoveries that were made. So yeah. So by the way, when I was at Sun Explore, I'm just going to go through these rather quickly because I did talk about this in my podcast episode that I did pretty recently. But this is Lark's Calda. I was already aware of this fragrance because this is like one of their most hyped new releases from this year, and I was curious about trying it. I saw it at Sun Explore. I was like, you know what? Let's try it out. This is such a beautiful strawberry, cotton candy, rose fragrance. I think there's a little bit of lychee in here. If you love gourmands but you want something more elevated, this is really good. And it's strong. A little bit goes a long way. It's a heavy hitter. It's a strong fragrance. I really like this one a lot. Another new fragrance that released earlier this year, but I still wanted to get my hands on it, and I saw it at ANECHKAFRAGRANCES, so I just went ahead and got it, was Parfumeur Deferen Latte and Mandorla. This is like a your skin but better almond fragrance, and I know I'm spraying so much perfume on right now, but this is like almond. There's a little bit of soft spiciness to it, a little bit of powderiness, but it's not almond in the Play-Doh sense. It's actually a really interesting perfume. Yeah, a lot of people really, I think there was some mixed reviews on this. I like this one a lot. I got a decant ahead of time, so I was already familiar with this fragrance. I already knew that I wanted it. It's a very like creamy, luscious, luxury body cream almond scent. So if that sounds good to you, then it might be worth getting yourself a decant of this. Profumo Differenzi in general, their fragrances are pretty affordable. They're like affordable niche in my opinion. So I think that they have some amazing options, and my favorite from them for all time is Buon Talenti. I think that one's amazing. This is like my second favorite from them. I've smelled, I think, everything they have so far. And so far, I really like what I've been smelling. Yeah, this is my second favorite. Buon Talenti is my first, but both beautiful chef's kiss gourmand options. So this next fragrance is one that I am so excited to finally have in my collection. This is from Une Nuit Nomade, and it's called Silver Saffron. This is from their Extrait line. I smelled this for the first time at Scent Explorer. They were already going to send me a bottle of this, and I was impressed. This is a beautiful leather saffron combination. There are some other notes in as well that I'm going to list because I'm going to look them up for you. But there is Estrella de la Mañana from this collection that everyone has been hyped up about. That one is really good. I was not expecting that one to be as unique as it is, but it's kind of like a dry, spiced, almost bitter chocolate fragrance. It's very interesting, very complex, super impressive. I actually chose this one initially because I hadn't smelled any of them, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if Estrella de la Mañana is going to be like straight up sweet chocolate or if it's going to be something different. Turns out it was something different. So I definitely do want to get that one next. But Silver Saffron is also a really good one. This is like a beautiful unisex perfume. If you love saffron, if you love leather specifically, this is like a leather forward beautiful fragrance, and I've worn this several times, and each time it has had tremendous lasting power and sillage. Like, this is beast mode. This is a little bit higher up. Like their Extrait line is a little bit more premium priced than their traditional line, but I would say all of their Extrait fragrances have tremendous lasting power. You definitely do get a lot of value for your money with this one. And by the way, my code with them, Anya10, also covers the discovery set for these fragrances. So if you want to save 10% off, you can definitely get that discovery set with my code. And there's also a voucher included in that discovery set. So even if you try the fragrances and you, for instance, don't want to get one of the extraits, you can actually use the value of that discovery set and apply it to another fragrance in their line. So let's just say we want to try Sugar Leather, or you want to try some of their travel sizes. You can mix and match. You can still apply the credit for that discovery set to those products. So Silver Saffron, so happy to have this in the collection. Let's actually go into the notes of this so I can tell you real quick what it smells like. But this is essentially a fragrance with saffron, raspberry, myrrh, iris, and papyrus. So, okay, leather's not listed, but to me, I personally get leather, and maybe like that's the myrrh, the papyrus, everything else, but like I get leather. Like this is kind of like a leathery fragrance. It's very interesting. So yeah, Silver Saffron, beautiful. Love this perfume. Okay, so two new fragrances that I got from Viage. This is a new brand that I was a so two new fragrances that I got from Viage Fragrances. This is a brand they've been doing I think more publicity recently because I think they're going to be doing like a bigger launch in a few months. But this is a brand and they offered to send me a few of their bottles. So I decided to choose these two because I looked at the notes. I was like, you know what? I feel like my taste will align with what these fragrances are. So we have Shimmering Shanghai and Magnetic Monaco. These fragrances are inspired by traveling around the world. And I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what these fragrances smell like to me. Okay, so first up is Shimmering Shanghai. This is a perfume with notes of powdery notes, ylang ylang, bergamot, jasmine, rhubarb, nutmeg, lychee, and rose at the top, a mid of Turkish rose, floral notes, tonka bean, vanilla, jasmine, petalia, peony, rose, musk, and then a base of Haitian vetiver, heliotrope, cashmere, and jasmine, incense, cedar, sugar, rose, and musk. So there's a lot of musk in here. It's a very sugary musk perfume. I definitely smell the rhubarb and lychee combo, and there's this like a powdery sense to it, but it's a very girly fragrance. It's a very girly, juicy fragrance. I really, really like this one, and I actually have been wearing it a lot with silver saffron. This combination together is so beautiful because this is like a dark kind of like spicy perfume, but this paired with it brightens it up and makes it so much more luscious and bright, and the sillage is amazing when these two are together. So yeah, Shimmering Shanghai, it's not as like strong as say Silver Saffron, but I've been pairing these together and I really, really love this combo. So if you're looking for something bright and juicy and girly, this is really good. I really like this one a lot. I've been wearing this and it's like one of those fragrances that you can just spray on and you don't have to worry about it too much. It's just like a basic perfume. Honestly, at this point, I feel like having like a peony, lychee, rhubarb combination, no matter what brand it's from, is kind of like an essential in anyone's collection. So this is really good, and I think that this brand is pretty affordable too. They're around like I think $100. So I think that's a pretty fair price, especially considering the quality. I think this is a really good one. The next fragrance I got was Magnetic Monaco. This honestly is giving Grace Kelly, Old World elegance, a bit of powderiness, very floral, but in a modern way. I really like this one a lot, and this was actually my fragrance of the day when I got this package. But this has top notes of exotic floral notes, grapefruits, spices, a mid of lily of the valley and carnation, and then a base of woody notes, ambroxan, vanilla, amber, and musk. Honestly, I feel like I need to do a video talking about old money aesthetic perfumes because yes, we can go into a whole debate about whether or not the old money trend is valid. But I think that there is like a there is a category of fragrances that kind of exude that elegance, that kind of trend with like some musks, powderies, uh, florals, and I feel like there are a few fragrances in my collection that fit that. So I do want to talk about them, and I feel like this slots into that quite easily. Yeah, this is like an essential kind of go to work, live your day, wear it anywhere you want kind of fragrance. This is like a daytime appropriate fragrance, in my opinion. I really like this one a lot. It's probably not going to be like the top seller, but in my opinion, this is one of the most versatile fragrances in this particular video, especially. I really like this a lot. I think it's a lovely fragrance, but I specifically do like those fragrances that I just listed. I like Carnation a lot. I feel like it's a very kind of like elegant floral perfume. I also tend to like a lot of ambroxan, but that to me is kind of like an automatic. If a fragrance has ambroxan in it, I'm most likely going to like it anyway. So yeah, Magnetic Monaco, I've been very much enjoying this one as well. So next we have a Grove by the Sea. This is by Arist. So this has top notes of olive, fig leaf, fennel, salt, clementine, a mid of olive, fig, rosemary, thyme, and then a base of balsam fir, pine needles, cypress, and clay. This perfume to me just smells like a bit of salty, aromatic. I definitely get the olive oil, but to me, what this fragrance smells like is it opens up with fig and it opens up with like a greenness, but then the dry down is where I get this like creamy kind of almost olive oil interpretation. It's very, very intriguing. It's kind of like in the same family as Orabelle's Salted Muse. So you know how Salted Muse, a lot of people didn't like it. I love it. It's actually going to be in like one of my most used favorite fragrances videos. I love that one. If you loved Salted Muse as well, you will most likely enjoy this one. This is kind of like a refined, more creamy version of that fragrance. Like I said, they're in the same family. They're not directly related. They're like third cousins. I really like this one though. I bought this at Sun Explorer. I've been wearing this one a lot. I'm especially excited to really get into this in the summertime. It's going to be amazing. But yes, a Grove by the Sea, very much in love with this one. All right, so those are all the fragrances I have to tell you about today. So yeah, that's the last haul of 2024. I cannot believe I'm saying that, but I feel like this year has been kind of epic when it comes to fragrances. To be honest, like when I think about the fragrances I liked, the things that I was gravitating towards at this time last year, um, I mean, it was like totally different. I mean, like I was getting into niche, but like not as much. And I feel like right now I'm so into the niche category. It's like kind of insane because I've kind of, I mean, I was looking at my favorites and I've been still in love with affordable fragrances, obviously, but there have been some more affordable niche options that I've just been obsessed with. So that's going to be in the next few videos. I am planning on doing a few different segments talking about my favorite affordable fragrances of the year, my favorite niche, my most worn fragrances, because I feel like um, those things can kind of be a little bit different sometimes. What we wear the most might not be the ones that we necessarily would say that we loved 100%. Like, I mean, sometimes you just gravitate towards certain things, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm looking forward to doing that content for you. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.